completely wrong. No, that's all right, that's okay. I'm in a bad mood anyway. Been in a bad mood for most of the day, actually. All day, you could say. Well, except I was asleep for a bit of the day at the beginning of the day, but ever since I woke up, right, this afternoon. Right, I woke up at 2 o'clock this afternoon, right? Had a bit of a rave last night. Know what I mean? I woke up, got out the bath. Washed all the sick off my legs, like, you know. You know how you do, you know. Thought I better have a bit of breakfast, like, you know. Because my stomach's completely empty. Well, apart from intestines, you know, and bile juice and, you know, them yak down there. So I went down to the kitchen, right? That's where I normally have my breakfast, you know. It's got all the gear in there, all the forks and stuff. Yeah, no, you know, as I've been there, I've seen it. So that's where I went, like, you know, I went down the stairs. Well, we got these stairs, you know, that attaches the first floor, like, to the bottom floor. No, it's dead convenient, like, well, it saves all that trouble of, like, getting out the window and shinning down the drain pipe, you know, breaking into the kitchen window, going in and doing it all in there. It's a waste of time. So I use the stairs anyway, as per usual. Got down to the kitchen, I thought, what shall I have? I thought I'll have bacon crisps this morning. Well, not all of the packet, you know. Just a few, like. So I was sitting there, had a few crisps, and when... I don't know how many, about 15 or 16 crisps. Well, I wasn't counting, you know. Well, you don't, do you? Not unless you're a fucking idiot. Anyway, just had a few crisps. There was this knock at the door. I thought, that's the front door, right? You know how you do. So I ran down to the edge of my house, right, where I keep my front door. And, you know them little roundy things you can get to stick in the front door? You can look through them, right, and everything looks really big on the outside, right? Well, I haven't got one of them. No, I haven't. I've been there. I've seen it, I know. So I had to open the door. Open the door, right? Normal, nothing special about that, just a bit of hand movement. There's this bloke standing outside. Well, I think it was a bloke anyway. Looked a bit like Oliver Reed. And Oliver Reed's a bloke, isn't he? So I put two and two together and I thought, you know, he's a bloke. Apart from he was wearing this long lady's nightie, right? White nightie. And he had these two wings on his back, right? And this sort of coat hanger stuck down the back with a roundy bit like that, right? And he's standing there like this. Sort of, how the fuck do I know pose? Like that. Only, you know, only more holy than that, you know. Well, a bit more holy than that. He says, I thought, fuck me. It's a TV licence, man. No, I haven't got a TV licence. I haven't even got around to getting a TV yet. I will. So he says, Kevin Turvey. I said, no. Mate. And he said, oh, what's your name then? I said, it's, Mary. He says, oh, great, I've been looking for you. I got a message for you from God, right? I said, oh, great. He says, God wants you to get a hold of a donkey, right? And ride it to Birmingham, to the municipal kennels. Right? He wasn't kidding. And sit in the kennels there for 9 months until you has a baby. And I want you to call the baby, Baby Jesus. And your name will be lauded and magnified forevermore. I said, how much? There's 50 quid. I said, fuck off. I ain't got that kind of money. Well, I have. You know, I've got that kind of money, but I just haven't got that amount, you know. It's like a bit of a white lie, you might say. So I said, oh, no, I haven't got that kind of money, mate. And before I did anything else, he rolled up his hand into a fist and smacked into my front door. Well, luckily he was a crap aim. He completely missed my front door, you know. It wasn't marked at all, but he knocked about 5 of my teeth down my throat there, like this. No, it was terrible. And he started laughing like a maniac, like Jack Nicholson in The Shining. Only, well, he didn't have an axe, you know. This bloke had a fucking great shotgun. And suddenly I realised, I thought, I know what his game is. And I was just about to tell him, right, that I didn't need any Tupperware, right? Well, I don't, you know, I've got the whole set. Well, I've got the whole set except for them long, thin bits, you know, with the holes in. They're used to grate carrots, you see. I don't need one of them because I don't like carrots. I don't, and I don't care if they do help you see in the dark, mate. We got light bulbs round our place. So don't go around telling me what to have for me tea, and I won't go around treading in dog's mess and walking it all over your new carpet that you've just had hoovered as a treat, mates. Never mind about it. It's not important, that bit. But I was just about to tell him that he was wasting his time Tupperware-wise, right, when I realised I'd forgotten how to talk. Completely forgotten how to... I was not capable of speech. I'd like forgotten. I mean, it's not a big surprise, you know. I wasn't very surprised. Well, I learned 20 years ago, you know. It's ages and ages ago that I learned how to do it. So I was just standing, not saying anything. And then he moved his arm and his fist, like, out of my throat. And I remembered how to talk. I said, I don't want no Tupperware! Don't give me no more, mate! He was kneeling on my chest, like, and he got up, pointed his shotgun at my, you know, at my bollock. And he says, listen, Mary. I said, eh? Oh, yeah. He says, listen, Mary, if you want to have any more kids, then you better not give me any more of your lip. I said, you got half of it wrapped in your fist anyway. And from what I hear, having a kid costs 50 quid, so you can forget it, mate. And that's when I must have fallen asleep, like, really suddenly. Because I woke up 3 hours later with this stabbing pain in my head. And I must have gone strangely sleepwalking, very carelessly, like. Because when I woke up, I'd lost all my money, I'd lost my watch, and this is a spare watch. And I'd lost my new anorak, and so I went into the kitchen looking for them, right? Now, that's why I'm wearing my cardigan. I'm sure it's desperately funny, isn't it, mate? And that's when the phone went. This is black from here. This is black Andy de la Towers. It was. He was phoning me out, and I picked up the phone. He says, Kevin Turvey. I said, yeah. He says, where the fuck are you? I says, I'm at home standing next to my telephone, mate. He says, just get down here and start being funny or I'll call the police. I said, do you mean Sting? He said, you're trying to be funny. I said, yeah, but you told me to try and be funny. Forget that one. So here's my joke for Nicaragua, whoever he is. Nick? Nick, what is the similarity, right? No, that's not it. What's the similarity between Lech Walesa and Menachem Begin? They've both got foreign names. Thank you and good night.